Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to introduce you to the new City Catechism. Now the first question that you probably have is, what on earth is a catechism? Now, I think for most people it's a word that they've never heard of before. Sometimes maybe if you're from a Roman Catholic background you might have some experience with one. The Roman Catholics still do catechism, but in a lot of churches around the world it's kind of disappeared. What on earth is it, and what relevance does it have for us? Well, a catechism is basically something that was invented in the early church as a way of passing the faith on to the next generation. And I'm not specifically talking about children, actually. I'm talking about converts, people who converted to Christianity from other religions. It was a way of teaching them the Christian faith before they were baptized. And this is something which was passed down the church through the ages. It was just the way of teaching people, before you were baptized, or sometimes, often for children as well, the children of Christian parents, they would teach them with this kind of catechism format. Catechism is just a question and answer format, which, question and answers which are designed to be learnt, which are meant to teach you kind of a summary of the Christian faith. And traditionally catechisms focus on three things: the Creed, the Apostles' Creed, quite often the Lord's Prayer, and the Ten Commandments. So we kind of have a balance of both doctrine, the things we're supposed to believe, and practical Christian living, kind of how that works out in everyday life. So really it's the whole of the Christian faith in a nutshell, if you like, all of the things that we need in order to believe and to live as Christians. That's what a catechism is. Now, traditionally they were done in churches before. In the Anglican Church, which I'm part of, it was done as confirmation preparation. And if you look in the Book of Common Prayer, for example, there still is the catechism, which should be taught to people before confirmation. That, for some reason, seems to have fallen a bit out of favour. And unfortunately, I think a lot of churches just don't do it anymore, which is why you're probably unfamiliar with the word catechism. But actually, it's recently been revived by a church called Redeemer Presbyterian Church in New York. Someone there called Tim Keller. He's the pastor of that church, and he's quite popular. He's written quite a few books and so on. I can recommend a lot of them. And they've come up with a new and accessible catechism called the New City Catechism. Now, what this is, it's not new in the sense that they've just done it from scratch, but they've taken the best bits from the sort of some classic traditional catechisms, and they've made it accessible. They've kind of tidied it up, and they put it into they put it online. They've got it on, they've got it on the smartphone. They've got an app for that. And you can basically, it's easy now to use the catechism as a resource, and you can do it without too much effort. And the thing with this catechism is that it's got 52 question and answers, which means that there's one for each week of the year. And that's the idea behind it. Each week, maybe on a Sunday or whichever day you choose, you look at a question, you look at an answer, and there's a Bible verse and there's a few paragraphs for you to read as well. And you kind of think about it, and you gradually learn the Christian faith over the course of that year. I mean, it doesn't have to be a year. You could do it more quickly if you wanted, or more slowly if you wanted as well, although you probably lose some of the benefit if you do it more slowly. But what I'm going to do in this series is do a video about each one of those question and answers, just to kind of supplement what they've had. So I think sometimes it's easier to kind of see a video, to listen, to think about it, and to have someone explain it rather than just reading something. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to just be adding my own thoughts and trying to help you understand in the best way possible over the course of the year or whatever, over the course of the whole catechism, all about the Christian faith. And that's what we're going to be doing in this series. That's what it's all about. I can promise you, you will benefit from doing this. If you're looking to learn the Christian faith, there is no better way than going through a catechism like this, because it just covers all of the ground that you would want to cover. So please do persevere with it. I can guarantee you, you will come out the other side thinking it is worth it. So please press on and carry on learning it. Like I said, it doesn't have to be once a week, but I think you'll get the most benefit if you do it regularly. So pencil it in your diary or whatever. Make sure that you sit down and do it. It is definitely worth it. So I hope this whets your appetite for what's to come in the Catechism. I really hope that you enjoy this, and do feel free to comment or what have you, ask questions or anything. I'm always willing to answer people's questions and to try and clarify if you need anything. So yeah, I really hope that you enjoy this series, and I look forward to seeing you again for the next video. God bless.